Hiya, hello to all my growing toadstools. Welcome back to my corner of the lawn. I hope you're staying warm and you have some shade. If you're new here, hi, I'm Fungus and I like to make things. My favorite event of the year is coming up soon, Anime Boston. When I say soon, it's more like 4 months away, but we don't have to get into the technicalities. I just need time to make my cosplays. When you think about cosplayers, you might think about a cool little term called con crunching. And man, did I do that. As a teenager, I had months and months of time for preparation. No, I wouldn't use that. I would do it the night before, or the day of for a convention. My friends and I had once stayed up until God knows what hour, painting a morph suit for one of our friends because she forgot to do it completely. Whew, gone from my mind. If you're into cosplaying, or were hoping to start, don't do that to yourself. I am now too old and too tired to even put myself in that position, so I'm taking the 4 months and I am working on the cosplays that I need to before the convention. Now that I got that out of the way, if you're unaware, Anime Boston is a convention for anime fans to gather and meet for a whole weekend. There are games, events, competitions, food, cosplayers, voice actors, a rave, a concert, fan-made merch, and official merch to purchase. My friends and I have been attending Anime Boston since we were in high school, so Anime Boston is something I hold near and dear to my heart. It is one of my favorite conventions to go to, and probably the only one that I really go to anymore. So I want to talk to you guys about my budget and how much I want to spend on the cosplay. The budget is $80. Now at the end of this video, I'm planning to see if I went over budget or if I was under. If you're interested in stuff like that, stay to the end of the video. Okay, looking at the cosplay, it seems like it's gonna be really easy to get the items. I already have leg warmers, shoes, I have a choker that I can work with, and a collared shirt. Everything else will be really easy to get. With that in mind, I purchased this wig from Amazon. Another company that I like to buy from is Oh My Kitty. They're a contact lens store and I found them and I am very, very happy with them. These are the contacts that I ordered. They're from the Cloud9 series. I think they're very comfortable and they blend really well into my eye color with specifically lighter colored contact lenses. If you're a new cosplayer, follow these basic steps to safely soak your contacts. Clean the surface you're going to use, then thoroughly wash your hands. Open your desired lens case and set the covers aside. Now fill the case with a contact solution. This is used to clean and keep the lenses moist. I'm using Opti-Free here, but I usually use BioTrue. It wasn't in stock when I was shopping. This part is essential for me as I always find lint or tiny particles in my cases. Make sure to put the caps back on the case while you do the next part. You don't want to accidentally drop anything in the covers or dump unwanted particles inside your solution. To open your contacts, you will need to use extra force. Now that the packaging is open, slowly dump out liquid inside. If needed, use your pinky finger to gently grab the lens. Move the caps off the lens case and drop the contacts individually and twist the cap to close and let the lenses soak for 6 to 8 hours. Getting to the tricky part of the cosplay, finding the exact sweater that Momo wears. We are going to be going gambling.
Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it! Aw, dang it!
So this search is going great. I found nothing. On to the next store. I'm at Walmart now. I don't know how they're gonna feel about me filming inside, but I don't know. I'm gonna try it. Alright, I found something kind of similar to what we're looking for, but it's not quite what I want. It's not a V-neck. While I was shopping, I looked up a similar sweater online and I found this one that happened to be too expensive, so I bought the one in store. I also found this while looking on Depop for sweaters and I just thought it was hilarious and I needed to show everyone who's watching this video. Since I was at Walmart, I decided to pick up a few things for the accessories of the cosplay and I wonder if you guys will figure out what the first one is. So my camera is going to be a little shaky, but I just got some shopping done. Ta-da! For the accessories of this cosplay, I am making the earrings, and after that I'll be making the bow, so you guys will see that progress very shortly. I found a bow tutorial to sew it together on YouTube, and I will be putting that link down in the description below so you guys can check that out if you're interested, as well as everything else I've been talking about. So earlier in the video I mentioned the wooden circles, and I was wondering if you guys could tell what I was going to use them for. Surprise, they're for the earrings. I know Momo has different versions of her earrings in the manga and in the show. I was debating on whether or not I wanted to do the alien versions, but instead I decided to go with the big cartoony green ones because I thought they were cute and they were definitely a staple for Momo, and if I added any face on it, it wouldn't feel right. All I'm doing here is painting the wooden circles the correct color green, poking holes through them, putting silver hoops through the hole that I made, and then taking a recycled earring and connecting that. The earrings are done. The absolute last part of this cosplay is the skirt. Come with me now to pleated skirt hell.
Enemy spotted.
I would be lying if I said that this cosplay has not been hard to make. Specifically, this part I was dreading, and kind of for the right reasons. I've only sewn one pleated skirt before, and it did not turn out the way that I wanted it to. So I was very determined to make this one come out correct and work really hard on it. And I did. It took me one full day, and I'm actually very happy with the results. Do I think I could do better? Absolutely. I think the faults in this were that I originally started with a pattern and I ended up just following a YouTube tutorial. I will put the tutorial down below if you're interested, but I found the tutorial so much more simple and easier to follow. The account that made this video is called Vintage Thirsty, and I just found them, and they make a lot of tutorials on how to make clothing. They posted this about 4 years ago, and it still holds up. Most of my sewing skills were self-taught, using any patterns or sewing vocabulary or the sewing symbols you see in the packets. I don't understand them, so I think that's why I had such a hard time understanding what was going on and what they were trying to tell me to do. And I didn't want to ignore any important parts, so I would rather just make a skirt by a tutorial. As we're getting closer to the end of the process of sewing the skirt, I will just say that this is the only time that you're going to see the skirt until the very end. I'm not going to show you the end results. I feel like you're close enough already. The skirt is done! I can put all the stuff together and show you guys the finished product, but before we do that, I want to interrupt this final reveal by talking about money. Let's see how much money I spent. Did I go over my budget, or did I stay exactly where I needed to? While only including items I purchased for this specific cosplay, my total cost was $42.72. Yay! That means I was only $37.28 under my expected budget. Remember that this was only achieved by my already owned cosplay items, clothing, and gift cards. Girl math. Lucky for you, I know most people don't have most of these items laying around. After some research, I totaled everything up and found out that if you want to hand make and thrift this cosplay, it will cost you $115.71. Doing this cosplay the way I did was cost efficient for me as I already had items and I got to put in some handiwork. But if you were to buy this one online for cheaper quality, it would cost you about $54. And that's excluding the wig and the contacts. I think cosplay is about your preferences and doing what you love. So if you're into wig styling but spending less money, buy a cheaper wig and use the majority of your time getting the wig right. If it doesn't hurt someone and you don't claim others' work as your own, I would say go for it. What I'm getting at here is do what makes you happy and spend what you can. If you can't, be responsible now and you can have fun later. Enough about that. Let's move on to the cosplay reveal. Drum roll, please. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and the final results for my cosplay. If you've gotten this far in the video, leave a comment below saying your dream cosplay and your favorite anime character. That is all for me today. I have to go battle an antifungal spray.